We are team 25 and we are presenting our assignment 3 on data visualization using D3, Banana and Facet View. Let's go on to the first data visualization, that is D3. Here we are presenting 5 challenging queries with the data we have indexed in Solr. The first query represents the relationship of weapon ads with location and time. So for the spatial analysis, we have plotted the amount of weapon ads corresponding to each state in the US. So here you can see that the weapon ads shown in green are in the least range, and the ones shown in blue are in the highest range. So Texas has almost a huge amount of weapon ads, whereas other states like North Dakota and Georgia have very low weapon ads. Also, we have plotted the temporal analysis, that is the time-based relationship of weapon ads data. Here we plot that how many weapon ads are there in each month. So we have taken 8 months time span and have plotted the pie chart to show this relationship. Next, let's do a search query on rifles. Here you can see that the spatial analysis now has changed, and now it only shows the count related to the weapon category as rifle. So each US state here with the count is shown. Also, we have filtered out the temporal analysis, which now show the weapon ad count only pertaining to the rifle category. This shows how the filtering of data works and how the search query works here. Next is query 2. Here we show the relationship of similar firearms in a particular time and at a particular location. So for example, in February and in Indiana, the number of rifles were the maximum. So this represents the similar firearm relationship in a particular location and time. This we have depicted using a dendrogram. Let's go on to query 3. In query 3, we want to represent an increase in sale over a particular amount of time. So here we can see that in December 2014, the count of the rifles data is the highest. So this represents an influx of that weapon category at that particular time. Next, we move on to query 4. In query 4, we want to find out the de-identified weapons in our database. So first, we make a search through weapon category as not available. And over that, we see whether the seller information is available for that weapons. So wherever these two keywords are not available, we can say that they are de-identified weapons. So the green bars here represent the amount of de-identified weapons we have found in our data set. The other two represent the information for which the seller information is available, that is the private party and the premium vendor category. Next, we go on to query 5. Here we have queried the data set with the keywords as explosives, WMD and precursors to find whether there are weapon ads pertaining to these 3 categories. So we found out that Ohio and Illinois and all these states have certain amount of explosive and WMD weapon ads too. So Ohio has the maximum amount of explosives, whereas Illinois has the maximum amount of WMD devices. Next, we go on to banana. So banana is basically directly connected to Solr, and whatever search query we give here that it automatically changes the representation of data at the front end. So first we show the generalized data here. So in the location based trends, you can see the amount of handguns and rifles for different location. For example, Florida, and the rifles in this location, Florida. Then we have the keywords, which are the most important keywords found in our data set. Here we show the data as indexed in Solar, and also we have a pie chart which shows the amount of handguns and rifles found in our data. We have the time based trends which show that in 2015 how many handguns were there in total, how many rifle ads were there in total, and also a bar chart which represents different amount of weapon ads. Now let's do a search query here. So you can see that the count has changed, and here you have location as California with handguns, the amount of handguns and the rifles. Also, the bar chart and the pie chart have changed to represent the data corresponding to California. Let's move on to our third visualization, which is facet view. So basically in facet view, we group the data corresponding to facets, that is certain keywords. For example, in our data set, we have taken item category, state and location as our facets. So you can see that there are groupings here done corresponding to each category. Here you can see the generalized weapon ads shown from the data set. Let's make a search query here. So here you can see that once the search is done, the weapon ads shown here correspond to the keyword Texas, which is the search query. So all the weapon ads are corresponding to that state. Also, you can filter out using item category as handguns. So here you have all the weapon ads corresponding to handguns. Each of the weapon ad is being shown with a description and the other information we have extracted and indexed in Solar. So this completes our visualization of assignment 3. Thank you so much.